topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia. Brought to you by one of Steve-O and Sophia's favorite Incontro Italian cuisine and steakhouse located on the Walk in Coral Springs. Now, sit back while award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly in South Florida dining.
Good evening, South Florida, and the rest of the U.S. and country.
You know what? We got to stop saying South
I know,
Florida.
I just realized that.
We're getting letters from Orlando. I got a letter the other day from San Antonio wanting to know they're coming here and they want to know where should we go eat that's different.
And I got one
do
from California, New York, and Israel.
Do we have a different restaurant tonight?
Do we ever have a really good restaurant tonight?
This restaurant is when someone says, you know what, we want something different, but the food has got to be good. I actually look at this restaurant tonight as a gastropub. Now, we have the owner on with us. Maybe he might not agree, but oh my God, it was
amazing.
It was amazing. And you all have been watching us and listening to our show long enough. We don't BS about this.
No.
We take this very seriously. So, and you know what? I go by this place all the time.
And we've never been in.
Well, I didn't have a reason to go because it's been a sports bar. It's been...
Don't say what the other one was.
It's been a lot of different places. But, folks, I'm telling you, if you're like me, just drove by not thinking about it, the name of the restaurant is Crazy Uncle Mike's. What a great name for a restaurant.
We'd like to introduce Crazy Uncle Mike, Michael Goodwin.
How are you?
Thank you for being on our show. I wanted to add, too, that everybody always asks, where's a good place to go to listen to music? I was pleasantly surprised when we walked in and you had the piano bar there. It was nice. You have music 7 days a week? Uh-oh.
We do live music 5 days a week.
5 days?
You can't hear me?
Yeah,
now
we can hear you
can.
now.
Okay.
Now we can.
Yeah, we do music Wednesday through Sunday. We do happy hour 5 o'clock until 7:30 on Wednesday through Saturday nights. And that's during, where there's drink specials and food specials for happy hour. And then 8 o'clock on weekdays, 8:30 on weekends. We have a band at night, Wednesday through Saturday. And then on Sunday nights, they usually start a little earlier at 7 o'clock. But live music.
Mike, we have got to give your chef kudos. She is a genius.
Yeah.
She really is. She should be on here talking to you, but she doesn't get very many days off. So she should be the one talking to you because this is really about her food.
We asked her. We did. She's amazing. I don't know how she did what she did, but
especially the croquettes. Oh my God.
I thought it was
like a 6-hour process to make those. I mean, it's incredible because she makes the crema and then the bacon and then she refrigerates it. And then when it hardens and then they break it, they weigh it, they roll it, and then they refrigerate it again. And then they roll it in the little crust that we make, the little, breadcrumbs. And then you just deep fry it when you bring it out to the table. And it is extraordinary.
Oh my God. You know what?
It was amazing.
We both thought there was cheese inside of it, but it's not cheese.
I was so embarrassed.
Homemade crema.
It was embarrassing because I asked Jason, what kind of cheese is in here? He's like, it's not cheese.
Yeah, but it's delicious.
You know what? As soon as we bit into it, I was like, oh, Mike, you know what? I have seen your restaurant, well, it's been a lot of different names.
Oh, it has.
Yes.
Really.
And you know what? I feel bad because here we are in the restaurant business, and one of the most exciting restaurants is right there on Federal Boulevard.
But you know why?
And you've never been here 5 years.
Yes.
No, but one reason is it's always so crowded. Oh no, we'll be back. But it is. Oh, I'm going to bring my sister there when she comes in. But it is
she'll love
always crowded. When we go by, it always looks crowded. Uh-oh.
The parking lot, if it's full, we're only half full at most. So
okay.
it does look more crowded as you drive by than when you walk in. So don't let yourself be fooled. We fortunately have some really nice neighbors with the furniture stores, Sklar on one side, and then there's a couple of them on the other side with the Lazy Boy, and then the patio furniture store next door to that.
But I looked at your restaurant, Mike, and went, "Oh, it's just a bar," because I don't drink.
It's not just
But
a bar.
gosh, it is a true gastropub.
We have a place now to come watch sports. We always look for a sports bar for the Miami Heat games. We're not going down there anymore. And here you had a beautiful bar.
Yeah.
And it was crowded.
Yeah, a lot of television. Say that again?
Sorry. The bar was beautiful, and you had sports on, which I like sports. I know I'm a different kind of woman. I'd rather watch sports than anything. But anyway, let's get to what we tasted.
Yeah, so the first thing was the bacon croquettes, and it got an A+ for me.
I got a double A+.
Stop copying me.
A triple A+.
Good job.
Michael's head is going to be so big after the show.
And Tara's head's going to be big. This is her crazy. I'm so happy to have her.
Amazing.
Michael, I got to tell you, because we talked to a lot of different restaurants during the day, and with us, for example, we're going to be partnering with all the Paragon theaters. Everybody knows you.
Yeah.
I got a funny sign out front. You know what I mean? You notice the sign. There's a connection with the branding, and then I kind of walk around like a walking cartoon character, so it works pretty good. I think that I got embraced by the community really, really nicely in a short period of time for a brand. So
how did you get the name Crazy Uncle Mike's?
Everybody has a
lot of kids.
I know, that's what I was wondering.
I have 22 nieces and nephews, and I have 8 brothers and sisters. Wow. And all my brothers and sisters were very successful professionals and very conservative. And then there's their Crazy Uncle Mike, who was a bar owning, Harley riding, long hair when I had it guy. So I was Crazy Uncle Mike when I showed up to the parties.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
I don't think so.
It worked as a good name for a brewery. So when we discuss names for the brewery, we talked all kinds of different names, from simple stuff like Federal Brewery to other things. But the Crazy Uncle Mike's is what we all felt would be embraced by the community, and also everybody has a crazy uncle, and I'm crazy, not crazy lunatic. So
I love your logo too. It kind of looks like you.
For the people who are watching on TV right now, we just flashed. There's the logo right there, Crazy Uncle Mike's. It is definitely you, Mike. Definitely you.
So the next thing we had was the Crazy Burger, the Crazy Uncle Mike Burger.
Now, you know what's so important with food is the crunch. You got to have the crunch. And what Mike did and his chef is they added the crunch with shoestring potatoes.
Yeah, those were really good.
And the bacon, everything. And it was prepared perfectly.
It was.
One of those kind you got to go send back. It's not done enough. It's too well done. It was perfect.
Yes, I agree. We usually turn the burgers back. And this one, It was prepared just exactly
Did you
like
put a
this.
chili? Did you leave the chili on it, or did you have them made it without the chili?
No, we didn't
We
have
didn't
the
have
chili.
chili on it.
But it's exactly what it says. It's a crazy burger.
Well,
It was, Mike, it was so good.
We didn't get the chili on it. I
No.
didn't,
I'm
but it
surprised.
was good.
That's okay. Usually
was
there's
delicious.
green chili on that burger, and it gives it that little spice along with the crunch, along with that, and then that CBS, that patty is, it's 30% chuck, 35 short rib, and 35 brisket. It's a great burger.
It was. I actually thought you should be in the Burger Bash contest with that one.
Yeah, we
Mike,
went in that Burger Bash before we opened, the summer before we opened, and that was our first time to serve any food. Was at that Burger Bash, and we didn't win, but I think we had a good showing.
I think you should try again because that burger was amazing.
yeah, it was. I got to tell you, when you go in, and the place is really laid out
It's
nice.
beautiful.
But I was not expecting the food to be as good. This is not a put down at all. I did not expect the food to be as good as it was.
It was delicious. It really was.
I mean, you guys blew us away.
Mm.
It's
Good.
a place.
Quality, casual, but quality.
Yes.
That's a good way to describe it.
Then we went to the, I'm not a big fried chicken person. I mean, I'm just not. But we got the fried chicken with the sweet potato pancakes, and even her batter was out of this world.
Yep.
You know what
I'm
amazed
proud of
me
those.
was
Those are great.
I asked Tara how she learned to do, because she told us she was taught herself to do
She didn't
all
go
of
to
this.
culinary school.
That's what she said. I was just totally blown away by that. It's amazing.
For all those who ever wonder if the chef went to culinary school, I know a chef. His name is Steve O, that went to culinary school, and it was the biggest waste of money because all the great chefs that we've met and talked to, none of them went to culinary school. Just me, the idiot. And look what I end up doing.
You're on a TV show.
But the fried chicken and sweet potato pancakes, out of this world. I mean, we were looking at each other going, can you believe this? And your menu is not overly extensive, but it is. So you've got a lot of items to choose from.
Yeah, you can go from mussels to, fresh raw tuna salads to, some great skirt steaks. And then, of course, your, typical fare for bars with your wings and your guacamole dips and things like that. So, but everything's created fresh, including our ketchup. I don't know if you tried the ketchup.
It's got a little kick to it.
Yeah, it's great. I love that ketchup.
We were going to bring that up too, about the condiments being made there. And we actually had the mussels too. Those were amazing as well.
So
all right,
here's what happened with the mussels. Normally, when we do a tasting, we really pace ourselves. We could not pace ourselves at Mike's. The food was that good. And then they insisted we taste the mussels. We were so full by then, but guess what? We could not stop eating the mussels.
They were delicious.
Good.
They were.
Good.
I mean, I see why you serve some, and the portions are big too.
Yeah, that mussel bowl is giant.
It was giant. And I like the bread that you had with it. Not a lot of
that was
places put the bread with it.
Yeah, the garlic bread.
Right. And you dip it. And she changes that sauce every quarter or so. So she just kind of creates a whole different experience with the mussels every quarter.
Well, I like the experience we had, so tell her not to change it.
Mike doesn't know. Mike, and you'll appreciate it. All you have is your name.
I'm glad to hear that.
All you have is your name, and people go, "Don't you feel bad about giving a bad recommendation?" And we don't, because that's our job. It's our name, so people know us. That hey, if it's not good, first of all, you wouldn't be on the show right now. Second of all, we sure would give a gift certificate.
Well, I always feel bad. You don't. I
don't feel
bad.
I've been doing this for 10 years, and if it's not good, people work hard for their money.
I know.
And there are a lot of restaurants to choose from. And when you find a place like Uncle Mike's, let me tell you something. You want to tell everybody about it.
Well, I'm bringing my sister there when she comes in May, so we'll be back. But we ended.
We'll be back for then.
I know that. We ended with the chocolate chip bread pudding.
That's made here.
Yeah.
You know what? I've had a lot of bread pudding. It was moist. It had a wonderful taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still going, I can't believe how great this place is.
That's awesome.
And the food was really excellent. So I also see not just the food, you have activities too. You have a Sunday bingo.
Yeah, we do a bingo brunch. It's like basically it's a party. So we have a DJ and he plays music, and then he gives you bingo cards that have the songs on them, and then so you mark off your bingo card with music. And wins prizes. We give away different kind of prizes, either shirts or hats or bottles of wine or stuff like that. So it's a really fun
on Sundays only, Mike?
Only on Sundays. And that starts
at what time?
Noon. We open at noon, and the bingo starts at 1.
Okay. And you have the outdoor area where you had games.
Yeah, we got the ping pong table, and we got the cornhole, and we got some ring tosses, and what is it? The giant Connect Fours. So it's fun, kind of like a brewery-esque setting on the outside, where the kids can play and families can come and participate. There's, because it's a restaurant and it's really a family place, even though it's a brewery. It really does attract full family.
We just got a text message from one of our listeners who lives in Jupiter. Said, I don't care how far it is, I'm coming.
Nice.
Yeah, because we have such a great reach when you have 150,000 subscribers, and you wonder where they come from. But, people who like good food, they don't care how far it is.
No.
Right. That's true. And we got customers that come down from Jupiter all the time. And, just like Boca, people go up to Jupiter to go to Guanabanas all the time,
Right.
It's not that far. It's only, but I see that there's a lot of people that when they like good music or good food or good beer, they'll drive for it.
So Uncle Mike, I want to ask you, because I was blown away by the light fixtures. I thought that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. Tell us about those, how you got the idea, and just give us a story about that.
I kind of say that Crazy Uncle Mike's is not a restaurant or a brewery or a live music venue. It's actually an art. It's an art space. And our beers are, our music's art, and our space is art, and our food is art. So we kind of created it like that when we were building it. And a guy named Punk, he painted the inside of those barrels to make them monkey rock stars, because he said, I can't put people in barrels. So put rock stars that look like monkeys, or monkeys that look like rock stars. I'm not sure which one.
Mike, how many different types of beers do you offer?
We make about 30 styles right now so far in the 5 years, but we have about 12 to 15 on tap at a time.
And you have a master brewer there too.
Yeah, his name's Eric Lewis. He's really good. He started with us in January, but he's a great brewer. He's really good making some quality beer.
So is there anything else you want to tell the listeners about the restaurant?
Well, I think check out our website and crazyunclemikes.com, and then look at our calendar, see the music that we've got, look at our food, our menus, and then more importantly, come inside and have a beer.
Do you know that, you don't know, I've talked to about 7 restaurants today. One of them is actually an ice cream shop. who's friends with Michael, they
They make all of our ice cream.
Yeah.
And
Lily.
they had your ice cream on top of your bread pudding.
That's right. We had Lily's ice cream on top of our bread pudding.
That's right. We didn't even know that at the time.
You know who we got a compliment?
Jason. Jason was amazing.
Did a great job. I'll tell him you said so.
Yeah, a server that is always there before you are looking for him. I mean, I don't care about the bill part, but when you're looking for, you just want water, and they're already there pouring you water. I love that when it comes to serving.
Well, I love that he loved working in there.
Yeah.
And he was helping us with the food, describing what we were having, how Tara was making it. He was laughing because I asked what kind of cheese it was, and he's like, it's nut cheese. He was so cool. He just really loves working there, and it came across that way. He was very pleasant. He was fun.
Yeah, and he did not move down here to stay very long.
Yeah, and he's stuck here
and he ended up staying for a long time. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah, he had a restaurant for about 11 years over in Del Rey, his own restaurant.
Oh, he didn't tell us that.
He didn't tell us that. He just said he didn't say that. He just said he worked at one.
He owned his own place for about 11 years. So he's a great guy and a hard worker and smart.
Well, he's not, for him to keep that from us.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no kidding. Mike, what did you do before Uncle Mike's?
I've been in the bar and restaurant and entertainment business all my life. And so I started off in New Mexico, and then I went to Las Vegas, Nevada, and then the Bahamas, and then Florida.
Jason said
But I got some good runs. I've had.
Kidding. New Mexico. I've always wanted to go there. But Jason said you worked in the casino business, and that's how you get some of your great ideas.
I didn't hear you went off there for a second, so I didn't see you.
He said that you had been in the casino business, and that's how you got so creative.
Well, before I was in the casino business, I was a bar and nightclub operator, and I had a place in forum shops at Caesars with Wolfgang Puck. And then, so talk about a little culinary connection. Really, just what a class act this whole operation is. So I was fortunate to learn, and I learned a lot from those guys. And then I went to the business at the Palms Casino with the Maloof family, and then over from the Maloof, I went over to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Here in
I was vice president of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Vegas.
Vegas, wow.
You might know a friend of ours, Steve Moderano.
Yeah, I know who he is. I don't know him personally, but I do know who he is. Yeah, he was over there. He had a place on Flamingo.
He was at the Rio.
Yep, at the Rio.
Yeah.
Well, I love the Hard Rock Casino there because you guys used to have the best brownies. That's where my sister used to go in just for the brownies.
But if you can be a chef in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, or Las Vegas, I'm telling you, you can name your ticket. You're going to be considered one of the those are the 4 toughest markets to break into.
Yep. Vegas didn't used to be like that. Wolfgang was really the first big name to go to Vegas. And then, everybody kind of came after Wolfgang. But Wolfgang really, I think he started that higher end culinary experience in Vegas.
He's actually been on our show before. When he wrote one of his books, he came on our show. Mike, I just want people to know, because our listeners are people who dine out 2 to 3 times a week. And I want you to know that if you go to Uncle Crazy Mike's, his restaurant, you are going to have the best time, the best food, and the best service.
Absolutely.
I try to live up to all of those things every time people come in. That's for sure.
Well, you can tell. I mean, you can tell. And I saw people in there who looks like they would sit down, eat, and leave. Remember the
No.
gentleman next to us?
Yeah, they stayed.
They were having
for-
such a great time. They stayed. They were still there when we left.
They were. So, Rebel, I think I put a picture of the actual brewery when we walked in. Did you happen to see that? There it is. So when you first walk in, this is what you see. And then you see the beautiful, like, it almost looks like deer horns. It reminded me of Colorado. And that's where you, right there, see the dust. That's the reception area. And then you go in to the right, and the bar's there.
And the lighting is beautiful.
Gorgeous. LED lighting and just the fixtures. Everything about it was, I wanted to stay there longer.
I know.
I actually just missed you. I got back from my meeting and literally walked in. I was like, "Where'd they go?" And they're like, "They're right there at table 4." And your stuff was still sitting at the table, but you guys were gone. And I walked out to the parking lot and I didn't see you, so I had just missed you.
I'm sorry.
We were making out in the parking lot, probably.
Oh, I should have come knocked on the window.
Knocked on the window.
He went
But
in.
Mike, you have got a wonderful place.
Thank you.
Of course, we're not just saying that. And I hope this is, I don't say this very
Well,
often.
I'm going to be back. I don't know.
I hope we're invited back, because there was things on the menu that I wanted to try the guacamole. I mean, I don't know why a base restaurant, if you're going to serve it, it better be good.
It's good.
I'm
Well,
sure.
we make it every
it
day.
is.
We make it every day.
I'm coming back for sure. I know that. I
Sunday
know.
brunch. Sunday brunch.
I'm
A whole different menu.
That sounds so much fun, the
Maybe
Sunday
we go
brunch.
tonight. Sunday brunch for sure. It was on my list to do when my sister comes in from Reno. I'm starting to make a list, and that was on my list.
Now, I got to say,
Steve,
this
you
is
can
my
be the
fault.
driver. You can be the driver, Steve, and the girls can have the champagne.
Yeah. Now we have, and it's my fault because I forgot to ask, we have two $25 gift certificates
To give
that we're going
away.
to give away. All you have to do is go to our website, I'm giving the TV.
You do that all the time.
www.eatandcritiquetvshow.com, and we get them in. It tells us what time they came in. The first two that comes in, and you got to leave us your address, because that's how we send them out to you. But
right.
we have two, and if you won before, let someone else win.
But the Eat and Critique, the and is spelled out. It's Eat and Critique TV Show.com with the and being spelled out. And I and Steve are the only two that'll see your address. So
Yes.
don't be afraid to put your address in there. It's private.
I think
It's
Mike
not
might see it.
Crazy Uncle Mike. I love that name.
Bro, you got two new fans
Good.
who love your restaurant. Don't you dare open up another one. Leave this one alone. You got it going well.
That's what we're going to do.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
guys. Appreciate you
We'll
giving
see
us
you
a shout out.
again.
Saying such nice things about us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Good night.
Crazy Uncle Mike's.
I love that place.
No.
I really did.
Wow.
Well, we're waiting on Pedro to come.
I'll bet you
But he's always late.
Ooh, you can't say that. He could be on right now.
It's okay. Hi, Pedro. You're always late. Oh, we love you anyway.
Oh my God. Pedro he's got the hottest Italian cuisine and steakhouse in South Florida.
I think
And
so.
he is so humble about it.
Yes.
And it's a guy that would do anything for you. And, one of the things that we saw is, and we keep bringing it up, but we were so in awe, an owner of a restaurant that was packed that night, one of his employees got hurt. And it wasn't like something they did at
They got sick.
they got sick. I mean, it wasn't like, lawsuit. No, they got sick. He took her to the emergency room and waited. Him. You know,
He stayed in the ER with them.
yeah.
I was amazed by that.
I mean, that's just the kind of person he is. And last week, if you were watching or listening,
Pedro's here. Bring him on. Pedro,
Hey!
there's our guy.
Hey, so last week I was just getting ready to say, see, Pedro wanted to get our attention, which is easy for him to do. So he turns on the fire alarm.
Oh boy!
Oh my God.
That
Was a wild night. And just lucky the sprinklers didn't go off.
That would be something.
It was something.
Did you find out how it happened?
Who pulled the alarm?
Well, the camera showed that there was a couple of people in the VIP having a show, and they were the one pulling the alarm.
Oh, why?
Because,
they didn't want to pay the bill.
Steve and something like that. We got it on camera, so I'm telling you.
Steve did it.
But you know what? I got to tell you.
I forgot that's the room we were in.
You know, Pedro has been in the business for a long time. You were so calm and cool about it, Pedro.
Oh, yeah.
As long as there is no damage, and we knew that was nothing happening, it's just precautions.
But you were so, I mean.
He just walked calmly.
There's owners who would be freaking out.
Going, where's it coming from?
And it's like, what's he going to do? He's got to wait for the siren to go off. And he was going to tables and talking to people. And you were just so cool about it.
I love that nobody left. That's the best part.
No, the best part was that after that was done and over and fixed and everyone went back to normal, I was saying hello to my friends in the table, and they make a joke like, "Hey, Pedro, how are you? I'm doing good." And we couldn't hear anybody else. It was fun. Just see, you have to get the good out of the apparently bad, because at the end of the day, I'm not sure if something is 100% bad. There is always some way to play around, you know?
Yes.
So, Pedro, Mother's Day is coming up. What special plans do we have at Encontro for Mother's Day?
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be super beautiful, super beautiful. My chef is coming up with a few specials only for that day. And Saturday, I tried one of them. I will not tell you about the octopus carpaccio. No, don't even try, because I will not tell. But it was good. And I mean, Mother's Day is one of the busiest days.
Yes.
And for us, it's not about the business, but to make sure everything goes smooth. And the memories that are going to be created at Encontros on that day.
Memories. I love that.
Good friends of mine are having reservations with their family coming from out of town. So it is actually a big deal. It is a big deal, and everything has to be the way I like it. Perfect. Yes, perfect.
And it's always perfect at your restaurant. So I'm sure the reservations are getting booked, and
they are already. We still have room. I mean, we're taking reservations, but it's.
Are you nearly sold out?
It sounds
not
like
yet,
it.
Not yet, but it will be. It will be soon.
Okay, let's tell people now. This is so important. Don't think that you do not have to make reservations and you can just show up, because we actually had some people who showed up. I forgot.
St. Patrick's Day.
Was that it? And you didn't have anything. I mean, you didn't have anything for a while. And that's
interview.
But that's not
Encontro's
fault. You've got, especially for Mother's Day, it's the number one holiday. Everybody's going to want to make reservations. You don't want to walk in there with no reservations. Though Pedro would probably put you in his front seat of his car to serve you.
Yeah, Pedro always accommodates, but that would be rude to just show up and no reservations.
Yeah.
So we are telling you this is the hottest restaurant in Broward County. If you want to experience it for Mother's Day, you better be calling right
Italian
now.
steaks. And let's give everybody the number. I'm going to embarrass them.
He remembers.
I got it.
See, look,
75 45 47 7997.
See, Pedro's
Yeah.
cheating. It's
I'll tell you again. Hold on. 754 547 7997. You see?
Yay, you did a great job. Yay.
You know what I wanted to tell people, because the biggest question that we get, Pedro, is I've got family coming in from out of town and I really want to impress them. Where can I take them? So the first thing we say is what cuisine? And it seems like the number one cuisine is either Italian or steaks,
Steakhouse. Yeah.
which that's what you do. You do Italian and you do steaks. And the place is beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. So it's really easy for us to say, you know, we're looking for something different that is just going to knock their socks off. And I don't even ask them where they live. I just say go to Encontro.
I tell everyone in Contro. I don't even care where they're from. I just say the best is in Contro.
Yeah, because we had somebody, Pedro, from Jupiter. It was a table for 4, and they drove all the way to your restaurant. And the guy called me back and said, we only go to fine restaurants.
Yes.
We search them out because we're big foodies,
I
and
remember that.
you get an A+ on Encontro. They loved your place, and they were calling to thank us. Don't thank us. Thank Encontro.
The service is incredible. The food's incredible. I still say the Bronzino is the best I've ever had. And again, Mother's Day is coming up. Make your reservations. Pedro, what's that number again?
Phone number 754 547 7997.
754-547-7997. Call Pedro. Make reservations for Mother's Day. And you better.
One other thing I want to tell people, because we're starting to get phone calls. You know, people come here during the summertime
Mm-hmm.
to go to the beach, and they have friends that are coming in. I got a call from Fort Worth, Texas, saying we come there every year and we heard about your show. Where are some good restaurants to go to? I thought that was so cool. I said, don't go to Encontro because he doesn't know his number.
What's the address, Pedro? Does he know his address? The address is.
I got it right there, you know.
Oh,
I know it. That's what I meant. I know it. 2
Let's hear it.
7 2 7
Uh-oh.
University Drive.
That rebel make it go slower.
2752 North University Drive, Coral Springs. On the walk. Call Pedro 754-547-7997. Right?
Right, exactly. You got it right. Thank you, my friend, you know.
Make your New Year's Eve reservation, not for this year, for next year. Make them now.
Yeah, Pedro's busy. Anyway, it's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much, Pedro.
Same here, guys.
We'll
Super
see
cool to
you.
see you.
We love you, bro.
We do love
Same
you.
here.
But
Same
he
here.
knows that.
He knows that.
In
Okay,
Contra
we'll
and
see
I, the two of us, love you back.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
we'll
do.
see you next week, bro.
Bye,
Thank
Pedro.
He is so much fun to
I
interview.
love him.
I know.
He's adorable.
So we go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
You go.
Beauty before age.
Oh, that's true.
A little cocky there, aren't you? Little cocky.
So we have a really cool
Yeah, cool.
guest coming on, Lily's Ice Cream. I don't know if they're here yet. Rebel, are they in the waiting room, hopefully. Okay, so do you want to talk about it until they
Yeah,
come?
so the other night, I had this urge for ice cream.
You're not supposed to be doing that after you got
I mean,
out
a
of
friend
the
of mine, yeah, because I just got out of the hospital. I was in the hospital.
And you were not supposed to be eating that, but that's okay.
Well, they said I could have pistachio.
So you got pistachio ice cream.
I think it was pistachio.
Okay. So the owner's name for Lily's Ice Cream.
These guys are so well known.
I was actually amazed at
It's the whole family.
Yeah, but I was amazed that the ice cream on the bread pudding at Crazy Uncle
That's
Mike's
right.
was from Lily's. We had no idea.
Well, we're going to have the owner. His name is Rodden and his son, Ari. But it's a family business. And I don't know what made me stop in there. I just had an urge for ice cream. And here's this Lily's ice cream. And I went in, and I've never been in there before. I've never been.
Oh, no.
I've never been in there before.
They do have very good ice cream there.
Well, we're finding out they serve a lot of restaurants that we work with.
We didn't know that either.
No. So we're waiting for father and son to come on, and we're going to talk about ice cream. Because you know what? Within probably a 2-mile radius there, because it's in Delray, right? It's on Military around Linton. But there's about 4 ice cream places.
Linton or Atlantic?
I
thought it was Atlantic. It doesn't matter. They're on Military.
Yeah, but I guess it will matter, though, because
isn't it across from Brighton Bagels, kind of?
No.
Okay.
That's Atlantic.
Yes.
I don't think. Well, we're going to have the owners
when they
on.
come, they can let us know.
But I'm hoping, because they should be on by now, we have to give them instructions, how to come on the show. And last night, I didn't have any cards with me. And I'm thinking, I bet you he thinks I'm saying this so I can get free ice cream. Well, we never ask for anything free. Never. We don't ask for free stuff. Maybe you can talk. Maybe I can see if he's trying to call us.
Right. He did call?
Yes.
So he can't get on. But the name of the ice cream is Lily Ice Cream. They are on Military in Delray Beach. And they do serve the ice cream. They sell to almost all the restaurants around the area. Like I said, Crazy Uncle Mike's, the ice cream we had on the bread pudding was from Lily. And we had no idea. It is homemade. It is delicious. Every flavor you could think of, gelato. It's a small shop, actually.
Yeah. But, oh my God, the ice cream.
It's
you know what? You got to be good when restaurants are ordering from you. Sophia, let me go ahead and talk. Let me see if I can get them
what
on the
I'm
phone.
going to do until we get them on the phone is we are partnering with Paragon Theaters. There's 3 theaters, Miami. Actually, it's in Davie, Delray Beach, and Coral Springs. And we are going to be featured on the screen before each movie.
You can't get on?
They can't get on. Sorry. So starting in May, we're going to be in the theaters.
Oh my God.
So please visit Paragon. He didn't what?
He didn't get I sent him the, let me see if I can I'm going to try sending it to you again right now.
His address, and I'll go ahead and say.
Okay, hold on here.
Hi.
This is live TV.
What's your address? And I'll go ahead and say it while we're on waiting for you.
But I got to get them on.
Right. No. Your physical address of the ice cream shop. Yes. Okay. Okay, the address for the ice cream.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna try to
Lily
send
ice
this.
cream is 4900 Linton Boulevard.
I'm gonna try to send this again. Let's hold on 1 second. Oh no, I don't want. Okay. Rebel? Where's he at?
Hi guys, we're still on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you see them also?
No, they're not here.
Oh, he's
Okay.
not on.
Did you come off of it?
No, we're still live on the air.
Okay.
No, we're waiting on the.
We thought they were coming on.
ice cream. I think.
Are
we're
you
gonna
still
be-
there?
I am, but we only
No,
have
I know
1
you
minute
are.
left.
Hello? Okay, come back
Sophia,
on
1
again.
minute.
I guess you came off. Yes, I'm sorry. Ron. You see yourself in the link. Okay. Why are we not seeing them?
I don't know.
Oh, you got to click down at the bottom to
It
come on the
says
show.
Enter studio.
Enter studio.
We might have to have Lily ice cream on
Next
next
week.
week because we're running out of time, folks. And we're sorry about the miscommunication at the end of the show. So I think we only have,
How much time do we have? Oh, there he is.
There he is. Hi. We're going to have you come back on again next week if that's okay, because we're running out of time. So next week, we want to have you back, but go ahead. Can you hear us? Okay. Tell us your address and your number and give the information you want the listeners to hear, because I think we only have 1 minute left.
Okay. Is that right, Rebel? 1 minute left?
We're actually out of time, but he's on mute. He has to unmute his microphone.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
His microphone's muted?
Yeah.
Okay. Ron, I'm going to call you, and we'll get you on next Monday.
We're out of time. So we'll call you. You definitely have 20 minutes next week.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron.
Sorry. So
okay.
We're out of time. Thank you to our listeners.
And I heard you starting to tell people about Paragon.
Yeah, but we're out of time.
Okay.
So
hey, it happens. This is a live show.
So we'll see everybody next week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Rebel. Thank you, Steve-O.
Thank you.
See you next week. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to the Eatin' Critique Show with your hosts, award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia, brought to you by Incontro Italian Cuisine and Steakhouse, located in Coral Springs on the Walk. Be sure to join us again next week as Steve-O and Sophia interview top local restaurant owners and chefs. Steve-O and Sophia are known for their pure honesty when it comes to reviewing local restaurants. See you next week.